Hello, everybody. If you hear any sighing and moaning, it's me lamenting. I'm just kidding, it's my dog. She's on the floor next to me. So if you hear anything, that's what that is. I'm here today to share with you my 100 head challenge that I did a little over 3 years ago. I'm going to be doing another 100 head challenge over the next couple of months. I'm going to be doing it in watercolor, gouache, and with some colored pencils. This last challenge that I did it all in pencil, and I timed it. I tried to do it really fast because I was primarily working on simplification. One of my goals for doing this challenge was facial expression, and I didn't work on that at all with this, I don't think. Or at least I haven't worked on it since. It's definitely something that I'll be addressing in the next challenge that I do, which will be primarily, like I said, watercolor, gouache. And if you're interested in that, follow along with me, consider subscribing. You all have links to some of them up here when I get around to making them. So I started the 100 head challenge in February of 2019. I ended it June of 2019, the same year. It's a 10-day challenge. I didn't do it in 10 days, but I did get it done. I've got some notes here in the back before I show you what I drew. My goals were composition, simplification. After 25 heads, I realized I also wanted to work on facial expression, sketching style, and how I defined that at the time was simplification. I wanted to draw with my elbow, so basically like drawing with the whole arm instead of just the wrist for the detailing. So this page, I spent a lot of time on the portraits, and I feel like they're the most detailed, and honestly, I feel like these are better than some of the ones I do later where I'm trying to decrease my time and focus on simplification. All of the sketches are pencil sketches. I've changed up the color. I used a couple different colored pencils, a couple different brands. One of the ones I know that I used was Polychromes, Faber Castell. 18 minutes, 20 minutes. Here I've got 20 minutes in, and then I've started simplifying. I'm getting it down to 13, 12, 14. This is all within the same month so far. So changing up the color, we've got 20 minutes here, 12 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 8 minutes. I feel like I'm getting looser, but the accuracy, I think, is decreasing in my sketches. 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10, 8, 10, 11, 10. So I'm doing it pretty fast. I feel like my accuracy is slightly better here. And I'm starting to experiment with cross-hatching within my sketches. Usually I do shading and blending, but instead I'm trying to leave things unblended. I can see that I did this with this one, some of that right here, here. And then I'm adding in some watercolor. And I really like how these ones turned out. So I'm continuing to add in the cross-hatching, and then I've added some of these backgrounds, which I really love the look of, especially on this paper. It does a lot of blooms. 8 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. I mean, this one I definitely feel like it looks 5 minutes. So we've got 8 minutes, 10 minutes, 5 minutes. And that's pretty good for 5 minutes, I think. I got a lot of detail in there. 6 minutes. I feel like my accuracy is starting to improve even in these quick sketches. 8 minutes, 5 minutes, 8 minutes, 8 minutes. I decided to change the scope, how big I was doing. 11 minutes and 7 minutes. I think that's a little bit harder when you go try to do the same, when you have the same amount of time but a larger surface area. I think that can be a challenge. These don't look to me any like worse or better than what I was doing before. So 13 minutes, 7 minutes. Oh, impressive. 10 minutes. I started labeling the one that was my warm-up to see if there was a difference in quality between the two of them. And before I would do any sketching at all, probably from this point on, I would scribble on a page in the back to warm up my hand. It says February here, but that's probably mislabeled. This is probably March at this point. So we've got 10 minutes. These are both warm-ups. I don't know why I've labeled both warm-up. 8 minutes, 9 minutes, 13. Oh, I think I actually remember. I think I started this one and then couldn't do any more, and then started that one and then was able to do maybe a whole page. I don't have the times on these ones, but we can assume it's around the same average mark. Really like how this one turned out. I like the subtle color I've added. .6B pencil. I guess I changed up my pencil head. Yay, I made notes. Okay, so now we have 3/8/19. So yeah, we've got the correct date on here now. 4 minutes. Impressive. It's the warm-up. 11 minutes, 10 minutes. Went big again. 13 minutes. That makes sense that I would have taken a little longer. This is how I used to sketch a long time ago before I took up drawing and painting again. I don't think that I used the angular lines though. I'd have to go back and look at some of my old work. 17 minutes, warm up. 12 minutes. 16 minutes. This is the warm-up. That's pretty good for a warm-up. 8 minutes, 6 minutes, 5 minutes, got interrupted. I don't know if I finished. I remember this one. She's very pale. Maybe there's not much to do. So this is a warm-up. This is actually the same portrait. This was an experiment and it just didn't work out. Like I didn't get the value dark enough on the back for the white to stand out. And I really didn't like how how it ended up looking at all. So I just did it again. This one's so fun. I loved the colors of the original and had fun playing with how to represent that. So we're still at 10 minutes, 9 minutes, 15. (17 minutes, 8 minutes, 14. That one's my warm-up. The warm-up was done on the previous page for these ones probably. And I feel like there's a marked difference in quality when it's like my 5th or 6th sketch of the day. (9 minutes, 10 minutes. We're in April now. Interrupted. Did I finish? Oh yeah, so I went back and decided to do it in regular pencil instead of the thicker, heavier pencil that I'd been using. This one I think was more of it feels like almost like pastel. I think it's maybe a pastel pencil. You can see the markers on my hand. Polychromes does not come up that easily. So I love this. I like that little detail. I really love how this one turned out too. 15 minutes, took a little extra time with that one. Oh, I'm back at 20 minutes, 18 minutes. I guess I'm not, this page is not simplified. So here we are in May and we've got 15 minutes. That was my warm up, 16 minutes. I like the way that represents. I remember not liking it at the time, but I like it now. I really do not like this, how little detail I'm able to get with this particular pencil. I wonder why I must have liked how dark the tones came out. So we've got 15 minutes, 16. So I've increased my time here. This is my warm up. I'm not sure I like the watercolor here. And this is the last one. And I finished it in June of 2019. And that actually was This was the last one, but the new one, the new Pinterest board that I'm following has her listed as number 2. And this time I'm numbering them in accordance with the Pinterest board that I found. I don't know if it's the original Pinterest board, but I like it because it's numbered, and then I can make sure that I haven't skipped any. I had to go back and count these several times last time. So here's some more of the warm-up scribbling. And then I did some more experiments with these, with these two. I didn't like how that one turned out, so I tried it again. And then this one, I just wanted to try some different mediums on it. So that is my 100 heads. And if you want to do it too, I'll have linked below the Pinterest board that I'm using. Thank you for joining me on this very tiny little flip through of my 100 heads. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.